Jason McLeod here, part 5 of my Super Bowl commercial analysis, and the first 4 parts are also available, and I'm going to continue here with the general themes behind all of these commercials. They tend to be genetics, technology, contracts, and apocalyptic messages, and predictive programming, and I think you'll find this extraordinarily interesting. So next we're on Duracell. Trust the power within. Are we batteries just as told to us in the Matrix? And ironically, Morpheus from the Matrix is in one of these other commercials talking about the illusion that's being cast over or pulled over our eyes. I mean, companies are paying millions and millions of dollars for a spot in these commercial ads, and I think it highly odd that a Duracell company would have a commercial about batteries. Simple commercial. Trust the power within. You know, we all know where to get batteries, and a battery's a battery, but it's a direct reference to the very battery that was used in the Matrix, which basically told us that, you know, we're one of these for this elite to suck off of. So it's just more predictive programming in my mind. You know, the next is technology gives us hope. We are shaping human destiny. Who's we? It's not the corporation. It's the elite controlling the world through its corporation, saying blank to your face, we are controlling human destiny. They are power-hungry, manipulative, deceitful, lying, egomaniac, crazy people in charge of the world through corporations and foundations, and by all being in cahoots with each other. And it's incredible. So we are shaping human destiny. We give hope to the homeless. Who is? The corporation selling the product, or the elites who control all the corporations in order to further their agenda? You know, what is being sold here in this commercial? I recall the Hope and Change slogan recently. Where did I hear that? You know? Oh, yeah, it's the one that's shaping our human destiny by the NSA surveillance grid and forcing immigration and gun control and other great forms of hope and change while ignoring Congress. That rings a bell. Who is that? Who or what in the world is that? What is going on? You know, that this is allowed to continue. You know, it's unbelievable. Hyundai, remember when only Dad could save your day? It's a commercial with Dad saving the kid during all these mishaps and so forth. Well, now it's a car. Well, now we can with technology. You don't need Daddy anymore. The technology is the new revolution. You know, that's another technology theme. Detroit, Bob Dylan. Is there anything more American than America? They show diners and baseball on Coney Island and Route 66. Now, to me, it's just a red flag, and you might as well just stick a third 6 in there and just call it Route 666, because that's just, to me, what comes out. That's how these creeps operate. You know, it's as simple as that. You can't import original. Original what? Original sin comes to mind. Again, I'm not a religious zealot. I'm not a Bible thumper. I'm just pulling these things up. What do these mean? What do these word choices mean? Multi-million-dollar commercials for 100 million people to watch. What do these specific word choices mean, and the symbols within the commercials mean? You can't fake true cool. You can't duplicate legacy. This is them saying that they can do it, but you can't, perhaps. Making the finest, making the best. While he says making the best, they show a woman with her newborn baby. The baby's looking out the window and the woman's staring right into the camera. Making the best. Making a baby? Genetics? What's going on here? They're making babies, you know? You won't find a match for the American road and the creatures that live on it. Now, why not just say the cars that use them, or the people that drive on the roads, for the creatures that live on it. That's a strange word choice. Are they creatures that were created? Are the mommy and the new baby creatures that they've altered genetically? You know, what does this mean? I'm asking you guys. You know, I'm just pointing out things that I see, so I want you guys to research this and say, well, what in the frig does this mean? You know, because we believe in the zoom and the roar and the thrust. The thrust? Is that a sexual thrust, or is that the thrust of rocket engines and the zoom and the roar of missiles? I mean, what do all these words mean, you know? Maybe just they mean a car ad, but I mean, obviously. But what could they mean, you know? What things have they changed? They've changed things or have created things, but what things? You can't, listen to this, you can't import the souls of the workers on the line. Direct reference to maybe genetic hybrid programming or mixing of human and animal DNA in order to prevent the incarnation of a human soul here on Earth, but which would provide the perfect vessel for a non-human soul? I know it sounds crazy. The end shall be as in the days of Noah. The seed of man was corrupted, and then God destroyed them all. The remnants of these Nephilim giants, by the way, you know, which is what happened after the seed was mixed, are all over the earth being unearthed. Massive giant skeletons of incredible size and scope and scale that would just boggle the mind if we saw them walking around. But it's biblical historical reference, guys. You know, it's a historical record. There were giants in those days, and men of renown. Hercules could have been one of these giants, you know, or it's just really interesting stuff. But it's genetics, 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 okay? Then we have Chevy, a man in his truck, bringing the prize bull to go and sire some offspring. Genetics. He's driving the bull, choosing who it's going to breed with, you know. Genetic breeding programs. It's what the message that comes across. We have genetic breeding programs, and we're deciding who's going to live and who's going to die and who's going to sire and who's not going to sire. Genetically modified foods, for instance, they've proven that genetically modified corn, that sperm counts are going down in men, male sperm motility is going down in men. They're trying to sterilize people. They're sterilizing people by sticking your cell phones in your pockets and wearing those all the time. You can pop popcorn by putting 4 cell phones facing each other with a porn kernel in the middle, and it'll pop popcorn. There's all kinds of science behind how dangerous these cell phones are. The next one is, I mean, if this isn't telling you exactly how it is, okay? You have British villains. Have you ever noticed that in Hollywood, all villains are played by Brits? Hollywood, okay? Maybe it's because we just sound right. You know, sound right. Everything is vibration, everything is frequency. Do their voices have a specific frequency? Do their accents have a specific potency that other accents don't, that enables them to use these villains with a British accent more effectively in predictive programming? We sound right, you know. We are more focused. This is the elite could be saying, you know, we're more focused. We sound right. We're always one step ahead. The elite saying to you, we're always one step ahead. The cocky guy sitting in his helicopter, we're always one step ahead of you, you stupid humans. You know, we have a certain style. You know, they're loaded beyond belief, and they look at us like we're swine slobs. And we have an eye for detail. The all-seeing eye, the Time Warner eye, the America Online eye, the all-seeing Illuminati eye, you know. The eye for detail, that's the symbol, is the all-seeing eye. Go back to the Time Warner commercial and see the floating eye just underneath the ceiling, you know. Watching everything you do and everything you say. It's the NSA surveillance grid, it's the spy grid, it's the eye on the back of the US dollar. We're obsessed with power. No, really? And a stiff upper lip is key when we beat them, and they can't show that we've you know, given them a black eye. when their plans are thwarted. David Icke makes the point that the elites run the empire through London, or Babylondon. Put that one together. Read David Icke's work, The Biggest Secret. Spend the money to buy his book, and it is mind candy for anybody who's trying to see what's going on. It is exposing the matrix for what it is. David Icke, I-C-K-E, The Biggest Secret. And David, if you ever watch this video, you're the man. They're testing you right now and right here, that they're the villains. They're telling you this, and they believe they're always one step ahead of you, and that they're obsessed with power. And oh yes, it's good to be bad. They love being bad, you know, and we all drive Jaguar, you know. Who cares what the corporation product is? They're telling you these things. They're showing you exactly how it is, you know. And then the end is, how alive are you? Is that a warning to saying you aren't going to be alive for much longer? Very interesting, you know. Then the contract symbology or theme comes through here again. You know, we killed the long-term contract. The third reference to ending contracts, and 3 has a significance. The Trinity, perhaps. You know, we're ending our individual soul contracts to live here on Earth in this dimension. We're ending your contracts. We have the power to end your contracts, to end your lives. You know, we can kill the long-term contract, and we will kill yours too. That's a statement. That is a warning and a statement. It's not an offer. It doesn't say we can kill your contract if you choose to let us. We will kill yours too. I do not consent. That's what you're supposed to say, you know. This is not an offer. It's a statement. It's a warning. You know, it's predictive programming. It's amazing. So determination will always trump disappointment. This is not a feel-good message for everybody who wants to become a Super Bowl champion. This is them saying that determination will always trump disappointment. If we're disappointed and we're found out about this one element of our master plan, it's disappointing, but we're determined to prevail. You know, they're disappointed. The next bit is, desire always triumphs over defeat. We can be defeated in a battle, but we'll never win the war, because it is our desire, our wish to create the one world order, and we will be successful because we're deranged freaking egomaniacs. And the next one is, dreams will always prevail. Dreams for them. Not your dreams, Jack. It's their dreams will prevail. And their dreams, realized, mean nightmares for the people and the animals and the creatures of this planet. Look at Fukushima. Look at this, the worst natural disaster in the history of the world, and the radiation cloud that's come over, and all the massive sea animal deaths that are going on, and there's not a word about it. Not a word. They're destroying the world because they can, and nobody's doing anything to stop them. I don't get it. I just don't understand. So, you know, it's their new world order. It's a nightmare for us, and it's their dream will be realized, that no matter what happens, we will prevail. You'll hear George Bush Sr. Go right now, go to YouTube and click George Bush Sr. on the New World Order and how it will be successful, something along those such lines. You know, when we're successful, and we will be, we will have a new world order. He says it right there in front of the screen. You know what I mean? It gets even more crazy. So the next part's coming up after this one, and please watch the first several parts and so forth, because it's all part of the same theme. It's all the predictive programming, and I think I've really hit a lot of good points here. So don't take my word for it or use my explanation. Research it for yourself and find out what they're showing you and what they're showing your kids. Okay? Thanks.